Hello, welcome to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to stay consistent on a raw diet, especially when life gets hard or challenging. So let's chat about that in this video. Welcome to another video here. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate you. Before we dig into this topic, please go check out the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle that is going on right now until May 11th. This bundle is all raw. It's all brand new, never before released content. And it's all yours for 50 bucks. Just click the link in the description box below. It takes you to the website. You can see all the content that you're getting for $50. All you pay is $50. You get to download over $1,000 worth of brand new stuff, including my new sushi ebook and the new ebook that I wrote with Chef AJ called Make It Raw 4, where we have Chef AJ's recipe for, ready? I've got it right here. Black licorice. This is raw vegan black licorice. If you are a black licorice fan, this recipe is mind-blowing. It tastes exactly like black licorice. And I'm a huge black licorice fan, and it's so cool to have a raw version. This is 3 ingredients. Just 3 ingredients to make these. You need a dehydrator to make them, but they are perfect. They're chewy. Whoop. They're chewy. They're just like black licorice. It's like you're eating. It's perfect. So that recipe is in Make It Raw Volume 4. This is the 4th installment in our Make It Raw series, and that is part of the bundle as well. We've got Chris Kendall in there. We have Karen Ramsey. Raw Chef Yin has her Chinese takeout course in there as well. There's a lot of mindset stuff. There's a lot of how-to raw. It's just such a great collection of things. So please go check it out. This event only happens once a year, and every single year, it's all brand new stuff. So you don't have anything that's in this bundle. Go grab it now and enjoy all the goodies that we have for you. So today we're going to be talking about how to stay consistent, especially when life gets hard or challenging. And this is the time when you are stressed out or challenged or tired or bored or whatever. This is the time that you need it the most. So most of us grew up thinking that if we are stressed out or tired or we just need something, we default to having potato chips or pizza or ice cream or cakes or whatever it is, because we were taught that when you're feeling bad, have something that gives you dopamine, right? And this is no fault of any of our own or our parents. It's just the way that we all evolved to be attracted to these things when we are feeling bad or stressed or tired or challenged. You know, we're going through some really challenging, stressful stuff in your life. It's easier to default to convenience and dopamine hits and stuff like that because it's just how we've grown up. But in these times, when we are stressed out, when we are challenged, when we are having these intense moments in life, this is when our body needs the most support. So what I do when I'm going through a lot of stress, and if I have any I just don't want to make food. I really don't have cravings for the stuff that I used to eat anymore. It's been over a decade and I really don't even think about that stuff. But in the beginning, I did. I went through a divorce when I was it was maybe like 16 months. It was a year and a half or so. I had been raw, so it was fairly new to me. I know a year and a half sounds like a long time, but it was fairly new in the grand scheme of things of my raw journey. And it was very challenging at some times to even eat for me. I just was so stressed out and overwhelmed with everything. And I had to tell myself, I had to take a step back and say, I deserve to support my body through this time. And that really, really helped me to actually support my body through the stress, because I would always default to potato chips or Doritos or whatever. Like, I'm so stressed out, I deserve a bag of chips, or I deserve to get that takeout, or I deserve this, or I deserve that. And Chinese takeout was one of my big things that I always deserved after a long weekend photographing weddings. Come Monday, I was so exhausted. I would be like, I deserve some Chinese takeout. And I would just go get the Chinese takeout and then get back to editing photos for my photography business. And that just was not helping me. It wasn't a treat. I didn't deserve that. My body did not deserve to eat things that weren't supportive to it. So I had to shift how I viewed treats or what I deserved. I deserved health. And I do deserve health, and you deserve health. You deserve to support this beautiful body that you live in. You deserve that. Your body deserves that. So choose that. And I know it's hard when you are stressed out, but sometimes thinking like, I really deserve a nice big bowl of fresh, hydrating salad with my favorite dressing. That's just going to feel so good. Or if you have some mangoes that are just sitting on the counter that are ripe and ready to go, you could be like, I deserve to chop up these mangoes and have this amazing fruit bowl. It's going to make me feel so good, and I deserve it. And my body will be supported. So these kinds of things, you can shift the way you view treats or rewards or what you deserve, because you deserve a lot better than a bag of Doritos. In my case, I was like, that would be one of my go-tos would be Doritos. I would feel so much better eating them. But did I? I actually didn't feel better eating those. I actually was getting worse, and I had worse acne, and I had joint pain, and I had all these things. So it really wasn't a treat for me. So I had to shift how I viewed my choices as being supportive, and I deserved support. So then when I would think of this raw, big salad, hydrating, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what I need. That's what I want, right? So shifting can really help. We also go through something called decision fatigue. And I saw a reel the other day, which was mind-blowing. I don't know if the facts are real. I didn't look it up. So I'm just sharing what I saw. You can look it up if you want to double check. But apparently in our past, we usually only made around 2,500 decisions a day. You know, what to eat, where to sleep, or, you know, who to talk to or whatever. Like you make these decisions every single day. 2,500 is said to be the average. They say today we on average make 36,000 decisions a day. Isn't that incredible? Like, what are we going to respond to this message? What are we going to, like, there's so much going on, and we get something called decision fatigue. And this is why I believe one of the reasons, I would say it's the second reason that people have struggles with dinners being healthier, because number one, they're not eating enough throughout the day. That's like number one. You have to eat enough. That's what's going to help you stay consistent. And raw is eating enough. I gotta say that in every single video, because it's so super important to eat enough so that you don't end up being hungry and having cravings, because when you're stressed out, cravings are a lot stronger. But if you can support your body by eating enough, it's a lot easier to get through it. The second reason that why dinners are so hard is because we have decision fatigue. We get to dinner and we're like, I don't know what I want to eat, and so we just default to whatever's easy, whatever we can throw in the oven, whatever we can call up or order on our phone or whatever, because we have decision fatigue and we haven't eaten enough throughout the day. These are, I think, personally, the top two reasons why dinner is so challenging for so many people, right? They're always like, oh, well, I do good at breakfast, I do pretty good at lunch, and then by dinner time, I'm like, but maybe they're not eating enough for lunch. Maybe they're not eating enough for breakfast. Maybe they don't have snacks during the day. Maybe they skipped lunch. And this is causing challenges with dinners. And that's when they feel like they fall off, or they're too stressed from the day. Life is too challenging, and they're hitting this decision fatigue, and they just don't know what to make. They don't want to make anything. We're going to talk about that in another video. They just don't feel like it. But the solution is planning and prep. And that's the boring part. We don't want to plan and prep, but that's what makes people successful. If you want to be successful, if you want to become somebody who is successful in eating a healthy diet, you have to do the boring things. This just is what it is. You have to plan and you have to prepare. And it'll be a breeze when you do, when you actually embrace planning and prep. It becomes a breeze. Like, for example, this morning in our community, we have an online community called the Raw Food Romance Community, where we have a lot of members. We do live raw food classes in there. It's great for accountability. So many people are active in there, supporting each other. It's a great place to be. But today's class that we did was all day food prep. So we made breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 people it was an hour and 4 minutes. It was the time that it took to make those 3 for 2 people. So we made smoothies, we made lunch salads with a dressing, and we made dinner, which we are going to marinate. It's the barbecue craze from Meal Plan 3, for those who are curious. And we did that all in an hour this morning, first thing. And now we have lunch ready, we have dinner pretty much ready. We just have to put it in the dehydrator at 4 o'clock and let it dehydrate. And then we're ready. Spiralize some zucchini or cucumber and we're done for dinner. So preparing is an incredible thing to help you stay consistent. Another thing that we like to do is to prep in the morning. Some people prefer to prep at night, and that's fine. We like to prep first thing in the morning because, number one, we are most energetic first thing in the morning. We had a good night's sleep. We get up, we make our food. The second reason is that we don't have to do it for the rest of the day. It's so nice to not have to make lunch, just like dump it in a salad bowl and eat it. But also, we get excited about the foods that we already chose for ourselves. I am excited to have the barbecue craze tonight because I smelled it when I was making it this morning. I was like, I cannot wait for this. Even the Moroccan lime salad that we made for lunch from Meal Plan 3 as well. I'm excited to have that for lunch, which is really soon here. So these are reasons why we like to prep in the morning, because then we actually look forward to the meals throughout the day, and dinner is already planned. So after I filmed, 10 or 15 YouTube videos and I've talked for like 6 hours, or I've gone live all day for 8 hours on social media during the bundle here. By the way, go grab the bundle. Link is in the bio or description box below. Then I don't have to worry about making food. It's already made for me because I took that time in the morning instead of maybe scrolling on my phone or whatever, sleeping in. I make sure I go to bed early so I don't have to wake up early and miss out on sleep. So planning is key. I always like the saying, a successful day starts the night before. So if you can go to bed early, then you can get up early and make your food. If you plan which meals you're going to make, then you can get up and just do them, right? So there's something to be said about planning and prep that can keep you consistently choosing more raw. Again, this isn't about being pure and perfect. We'll talk about that in some future videos, but you don't have to be pure and perfect. It's all about trying to be as consistent as possible and trying to do as many things as you can to continue practicing these positive habits. And another thing is to find ways to cope or work with your stress that have nothing to do with food. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're eating enough, number one. But if you've already eaten and you're still feeling stressed or whatever, find ways to deal with that stress that don't involve a bag of chips or some cookies or overeating fats or whatever it is. You can find things to do, like maybe if it's something that you can deal with right now, call or talk to the person who you might be having a friction with, or maybe you can't do anything about it and you need to go take a bath or go for a walk or call a friend or do a hobby or read a good book, get lost in a movie or something like that. Do something that doesn't involve food. Obviously, again, I'm going to say this again, make sure that you eat enough, but also find ways to support yourself. Do some yoga, do a meditation, do a guided meditation, listen to some sound bowls on YouTube or something to help you cope with that stress without having to default to those patterns that we've all gotten so used to, by choosing things that we don't actually deserve. And finally, taking it one day at a time, taking it one meal at a time sometimes. If you're taking it one day at a time, just focus on today. Or if you're going to bed, focus on, the next 24 hours. What are you going to make tomorrow for breakfast? What are you going to make for lunch? What are you going to make for dinner? Write it down. Studies show that when we write down what we plan, we are more likely to do it than just thinking it. So write it down with a pen and a paper. It's the most effective. And then write down when you plan to get those things done. That is also even more powerful than just writing it down. Write down when you're going to make breakfast, when you're going to make lunch, when you're going to make dinner. Write these things down, plan them, and schedule them into your calendar. And this only takes like 3-5 minutes maybe to write down and plan. Plan that because it's going to be really helpful. You don't have to worry about being raw for a month or raw for a decade or raw for even 3 days. You don't have to worry about that. Just think about what is going on today. The next 24 hours, that's all you need to focus on. Today is the one day that counts. So if you want to become a person who chooses healthy, then that's what you have to do today. Choose healthy, and you'll become that person who chooses healthy if you choose it today. That's really all you have to do, because then you're going to wake up tomorrow, you're going to do the same thing again. The next day, you're going to do the same thing again. And this is what really helped me to stay consistent. When I first went raw, every single day I would wake up and say to myself, today I am a raw vegan. Today I choose raw food. That is what I'm doing today. And then I just did the same thing the next day and the day after that. And then lo and behold, over 10 years have gone by, and it's become such a habit that I don't even say it to myself anymore, because it's part of who I am. It's just what I do every day. It's a habit. It's my reality. And I never thought that that would happen to me, because I was stuck in past habits. And that's really all it is. It's just a habit. We have these frames of references to foods that we typically choose when we're hungry, and then we crave those when we are hungry because we always choose them. So it's like a habit cycle of what our cravings are is because of what we choose when we're hungry. And when you start changing what you choose when you're hungry, you start changing your cravings, because all it is a signal that your body needs some fuel or comfort or whatever else you need. But what we choose when we have a craving ultimately will change what we choose in the future when we do have a craving, and our cravings change. Cravings don't really go away. They just change. So now when I'm hungry, I crave a smoothie, or I crave a salad, or I crave some sushi. If you want to get our new sushi book, link is in the description box below. Click on that, because we have the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle that happens once a year, and it's going on right now until May 11th, where you get all the brand new content from all the creators who are part of this year's bundle. So go get that. It's over $1,000 worth of brand new content for $50, but we can only do it until May 11th. And on a side note, I have to mention this as well. You have to download the content before June 30th. Once you download it onto your device, you can open it indefinitely. You've got it forever, as long as you don't delete the file. But we can only host until June 30th because prices have skyrocketed for hosting. So we can't do it for a year anymore, but you still have until June 30th. So once you buy the bundle, download it right away. It takes like 5-10 minutes. And that way you have it on your device. We also recommend that you back up the files in Google Drive or Dropbox or USB stick or something like that. That way, if anything happens to your main device, you can still access those files after June 30th. So you have until June 30th, 2025 to download the bundle content. So please do so in a timely manner so that you do get to have access to those files indefinitely. Once you download it, it's yours on your device. So we can only host for so much time because it costs so much to host. So June 30th is the cutoff. May 11th is the cutoff to buy it. June 30th is the cutoff to download it. So please go grab the bundle if you haven't yet. Link is in the description box below, and we'll be back tomorrow for another video. I love you all so much, and fruit on.